Assessing Religious Dogma, Part 2.B.D, Number 3159b. June 17, 1944, Intellectual knowledge acquired by the human being without prayer to God for spiritual enlightenment is incomplete and therefore cannot be described as consistent. Hence there can still be unsolved issues, and these in particular give cause to doubt because different supporters also explain them differently. It is now self-evident that the different results also have to be assessed by anyone who only wants to accept the truth. Human knowledge is never above reproach, and that controversial issues always relate to human knowledge, human interpretations, is obvious from the fact that it is disputed, because pure truth originating from God is always the same and will never show different results. A person without goodwill and a desire for truth will receive God's transmitted truth incorrectly, as his thoughts are subject to evil influences which confuse him and render the truth incomprehensible. On the other hand, a person who genuinely strives for truth also questions misguided knowledge. It does not give him complete assurance of truth, and thus he evaluates it, provided he is not prohibited to do so, and unconditional acceptance is demanded of him, which is, however, at all times and without question Satan's doing. For it will never be an injustice before God to sincerely seek the truth, and that the human being should form an opinion of what is presented to him as truth is part of it. Nor should the human being be guided by other people's idea of truth but form his own judgment, particularly when he is expected or offers himself to distribute knowledge and teach other people. God does not deny his help to the human being who humbly asks for his mercy, but whether the highly respected dignitary of the world or the scientist holding a worldly elevated position, be it in a spiritual or secular office, bends himself in deepest humility before God as the sole provider of truth and thus complies with the first condition for its receipt has to be doubted, if his teachings do not offer flawless explanations or are in contradiction to each other. Error exists for as long as there are divisions and different interpretations, because there is only one truth, and to ascertain this truth the human being will have to make contact with the eternal deity himself. He will have to ask him for spiritual enlightenment and by a God-pleasing way of life become worthy of being taught by him directly. However, God knows how and in which way he shall teach the human being who strives and prays for truth, but the end result will always be pure truth, since it is God's will that his living creations shall live in truth, hence he also enlightens them in accordance with their will. Amen.